Hey, welcome back to Open, everyone. I'm Rhina Valentin, your host of Café con Leche for the next hour. Always inviting you to get social with us online, that is. We're always inviting you to tweet us and follow us on Instagram at BronxNet TV and like us on Facebook at Open BronxNet Television. And of course, while there, don't forget, follow moi on Twitter, FB, Instagram, Instastories, LinkedIn, and Snapchat at Rhina Valentin. All right, so here comes the sun. Ooh. It's actually a special project that incorporates over 200 secondhand t-shirts donated from communities in East Harlem, Corona, Queens, and project participants. And the purpose of the fabric sculpture is to bring light to the global consumer culture, contemporary trade routes, and the immigration impact on society. This project will now be a part of the Guggenheim Museum's permanent collection. And joining us to share more, we welcome internationally renowned artist Pia Camil and Guggenheim Performance and Media Curator Nat Trotman. Hello and welcome.
Hello, thank you so much for having us.
Thank you for being here and making it here on the day of the unveiling. Oh my gosh, you must have a lot on your plate. So Nat, first and foremost, congratulations and happy anniversary to the Guggenheim.
Thank you.
And if you would just share with everyone a little bit about the Guggenheim and its history.
Sure. So the Guggenheim, as you said, our building turned 60 years old this year. We're a museum of modern and contemporary art, so focusing on the 20th and 21st century, and that includes artists who are still making work today, people like Pia. Although our reach as a museum is international, we try to show art from all over the world. We're also very interested in engaging local communities, and so we have a series of projects that we've done where we have reached out to communities in East Harlem and in other parts of the city and tried to get them involved in the creation of artworks and the display of artworks, both in the museum and in the vicinity.
And so, as far as Pia's work being commissioned, so how did that come about?
Well, it is the 60th anniversary of the building, and we were thinking about our beautiful Frank Lloyd Wright space, which is, we're so lucky to have this incredible and unique building to show our art within. And we wanted to find a way to bring people into the museum and to sort of create new forms of access, both for artists from other areas of the world, but also audiences. And so Pia was a perfect fit to bring all of these things together through this new piece.
Well, congratulations to you, Pia. This is a really big undertaking. So let's start with your style and welcome. Welcome here. I mean, you're hailing all the way from Mexico. And what I find interesting about your artwork is the symbolism behind it. So in all of your work and practice, why have you chosen to do like fabric sculpture? Let's talk a little bit about your background and what inspires you.
I trained as a painter since I can remember. I've been drawing and painting, and it wasn't until maybe 2009 that I had a art band with friends of mine, and we would dress up and do all the costumes and set designs for it. And I think there something triggered, and I started working with fabric from that point on. And I like it just because of its flexibility, its relation to the body, and what it's allowed me to do in terms of outreach, just getting more people involved in the work.
And so you work a lot with tie-dye, right? And colors and symbolisms, right? I believe we are showing an image of your La Virgen de la Guadalupe, which we're looking at right now. And that's some of your past work, and we're actually here to speak about the future as well as the unveiling that's about to occur. And let's talk a little bit about that process and your involvement with the East Harlem community as well as the Queens Museum community and how that worked out for you basically because you're all the way in Mexico. So that was an interesting process, right?
Yeah, so for me it was important that it would be a project about exchange. So not only with my relation to the institution, but also with the communities in mostly Latin American communities in different areas of New York. And so what I proposed to them is why don't we reach out to the communities and ask them to donate a t-shirt that represents them. And in exchange, we would get them passes, free passes for the museum. And the idea is that I got the T-shirts sent to me to Mexico City. We tie-dyed them and altered them to some extent, and we sewed them up into a big circle that measures almost approximately 12 meters in diameter. Not sure what that is in feet.
Okay, and
40
so
feet.
that's big. How about that? We'll just say
Big.
really,
Really
really
big.
big. I mean, especially if it's going to fill the rotunda, right?
Yeah, that's the
That's
idea.
a really huge space. And so I understand you work with seamstress, right? And
Yes.
so let's talk a little bit about how you choose those individuals as well. Because
Definitely.
they're artists in their own right.
Definitely, so much so. I've been working with them for 7 years, and it's a family in Iztapalapa, which is a suburb next to Mexico City. And I work in that area quite a lot to both to gather my materials, but also we're trying to impact those communities in a positive way. So they're a very highly active family that has done a lot for their community. And so I propose the work a little bit as a community environment where we all sort of share and take part in the work.
Yeah, and it's quite the spiritual experience too.
Yes.
And then let's talk about the event that's going to occur this Friday. I mean, I think we covered everything regarding the process leading up to this Friday, or I should say Friday, November 8th.
Yeah.
And how you've now chosen to have children bring out the sun. My daughter being one of them,
Yes.
which I'm so thrilled about, and thank
too.
you for having us.
No, I think it's the children aspect is to try to engage with the community, not only through the donation of the T-shirts, but actually have some sort of presence. And for me, well, I'm a mom of 2 kids, and I thought that would be a very nice way to activate it. So we're going to get the choir of kids sing the famous "Here Comes the Sun song," and at the same time, we're going to try to bring the work out into the public and have them wear the T-shirts. And the sun, for me, is an important element, both because of its relation to the building, the sun being an important element for the architect Frank Lloyd Wright, but also a sign or the symbol of a positive message specifically related to the Latin American immigrant communities.
And so just to be clear with everyone, when she says wear the T-shirts, she's referencing all of these T-shirts being sewn together and like about 100 people activating it by putting their heads through the T-shirts and raising the sun with their bodies.
And literally forming the circle of the sun below the giant skylight of the museum so that it becomes all about circles and the spiritual experience.
And then everyone is going to be around the ramps, and they're going to be looking down at the sun that's going to be activated by all of the participants. And it's going to be absolutely amazing. And I am so looking forward to it.
Yeah, me too.
Yes. And so thank you so much for bringing it here to our viewers. Are there any last words you'd like to share?
Just that we're so grateful to be here and to be able to share the project on Open, and look forward to seeing it all come to fruition later tonight.
Awesome.
Thank you, Rhina.
Thank you, Pia, and congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, once again, you guys, Pia Camil's Here Comes the Sun opening reception is taking place today, Friday, November 8th at 7:30 p.m. at the Guggenheim. The Guggenheim Museum is located at 1071 Fifth Avenue. For tickets, you need to visit guggenheim.org. We have to take a quick break, but when we return, we'll talk about a festival celebrating the art of dance within the Afro diaspora culture. Don't go anywhere.